If you're drawn to worlds that blur the line between science and sorcery, where every image feels charged with mystery, this list is for you. These 10 titles deliver stories that are strange, powerful, and unforgettable. From haunting dystopias to gothic epics and reality-twisting thrillers, each one will leave you thinking long after the credits roll.
Something happened to me, but you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
At number 10, we have Dark Matter, based on Blake Crouch's acclaimed novel. This Apple TV Plus thriller asks a fascinating question. What if you could live every version of your life? Jason Desson, a physicist and devoted family man, is abducted and transported into an alternate version of his own existence, one where he never married and pursued science to its most extreme edge. As Jason fights to return home, the story becomes a tense exploration of identity, fate, and the consequences of choice. Each episode raises the stakes as he confronts alternate versions of himself, each revealing what he could have become. It has an IMDb rating of 7.6 and is streaming on Apple TV+.
This is our city!
They will never accept us. They will never understand us.
The truth about you.
A man's no better than the pain he's caused the people he loves and what he's willing to do to set it right.
At number 9, we have Carnival Row. This Prime Video dark fantasy drama builds a Victorian-inspired world where humans and mythical creatures coexist amid social and political turmoil. At its core is the forbidden romance between Detective Rycroft Philostrate and fairy refugee Vignette Stonemoss. Their love unfolds against a backdrop of prejudice, violence, and power struggles. Carnival Row stands out for its detailed world building and noir undertones. It uses fantasy to reflect real-world issues like class division and xenophobia. It holds an IMDb rating of 7.7 and is available on Prime Video. At number 8, we have Brightburn. What if the world's most powerful being wasn't here to save us? Brightburn flips the superhero myth completely, following a child from another world raised on Earth. Only this time, his powers awaken something darker. As his strength grows, his humanity fades, and his adoptive parents face a horrifying truth. Set in rural Kansas, the film begins like a heartland family drama before transforming into a nightmare. It replaces the triumph of heroism with the terror of corruption and control. With its chilling tone and subversive concept, Brightburn delivers a grim take on what happens when godlike power loses empathy. It holds an IMDb rating of 6.1 and is streaming on Stars.
It's very tough It's very tough.
I can't do this.
At number 7, we have Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Netflix's reimagining of a teenage which goes dark, trading whimsy for witchcraft and rebellion. Sabrina Spellman, half human and half witch, must navigate the pull between her mortal world and the sinister legacy of her family. Set in the eerie town of Greendale, the show blends gothic atmosphere with coming-of-age tension. Camelot rituals, demonic forces, and moral conflicts create a world that feels both modern and mythic. Kiernan Shipka anchors it with a sharp, confident performance, giving Sabrina new depth and defiance. It has an IMDb rating of 7.4 and is available on Netflix. At number 6, we have Drag Me to Hell. Directed by Sam Raimi, this supernatural horror blends grotesque humor with old-school terror. It follows Christine, a lone officer who denies an elderly woman's request for help and is cursed as a result. What follows is a wild descent into demonic chaos as Christine races to save her soul. The movie is pure Raimi, frantic, inventive, and unapologetically fun. Every scene mixes shock and comedy, turning fear into entertainment. Beneath the madness lies a sharp moral about greed, guilt, and consequence. Drag Me to Hell proves horror can be both thrilling and self-aware. It has an IMDb rating of 6.6 and is streaming on Fubo TV.
Coming any minute now for you guys.
At number 5, we have Glass. 3 extraordinary figures, the unbreakable David Dunn, the fractured Kevin Wendell-Crumb, and the mastermind Elijah Price, find themselves in a psychiatric facility where they're told their abilities are illusions. As truth and delusion blur, Glass turns into a meditation on belief and identity. It's a slow-burn thriller about how people define themselves when no one else believes in them. Grounded performances and Shyamalan's measured storytelling make it an intricate character study wrapped in comic book philosophy. It holds an IMDb rating of 6.6 and is available to rent on Apple TV.
Hey, freak. This is a close practice.
Getting expelled was just a bonus.
At number 4, we have Wednesday. Tim Burton brings his gothic sensibility to this sharp, stylish series. Wednesday follows the deadpan prodigy from the Addams family as she joins Nevermore Academy, a school for supernatural outcasts. There, she becomes entangled in a murder mystery that connects to her family's dark past. Jenna Ortega's performance defines the show, perfectly balancing wit, intelligence, and eerie charm. The series blends teen mystery with macabre humor, all within Burton's unmistakable visual world. It's playful yet moody, clever yet heartfelt, and one of Netflix's biggest hits for good reason. Wednesday holds an IMDb rating of 8 and is streaming on Netflix.
Dark One is waking. But there will be one who can stand against him. And it's one of the 5 of you.
At number 3, we have The Wheel of Time. Based on Robert Jordan's monumental fantasy saga, this Prime Video series immerses viewers in a world ruled by prophecy and power. Moraine, a member of the Aes Sedai, begins her quest to find the Dragon Reborn, a person destined to either save or destroy existence itself. Expansive and beautifully realized, the show captures the complexity of its source material without losing focus. The landscapes, costumes, and mythic lore create a world that feels alive. Rosamund Pike leads with quiet authority, grounding the story's vast scope in human emotion. The Wheel of Time is a sweeping, magical adventure with an IMDb rating of 7.2.
The world outside our sanctuary is death.
I found something that might hold the answers to a lot of questions.
You have to stay quiet.
At number 2, we have Silo. This Apple TV Plus dystopian thriller imagines a society trapped underground, convinced the surface world is toxic. Generations have lived by strict rules, but no one remembers why. When engineer Juliet begins investigating a suspicious death, she uncovers truths that could shatter everything her world is built on. Each episode tightens the mystery, peeling back layers of deception to reveal the system's dark origins. The production design makes the silo feel tangible and oppressive, reflecting the character's quiet desperation. Silo combines slow-burn storytelling with emotional intelligence, making it one of Apple's most immersive series. It has an IMDb rating of 8.1.
I believe I've discovered something incredible. A way to harness magic through science.
And at number 1, we have Arcane, League of Legends. This Netflix animated masterpiece bridges steampunk aesthetics with raw emotion. Set in the divided cities of Piltover and Zaun, it follows sisters Vi and Jinx as their bond is torn apart by power, class, and ideology. Every frame of Arcane is a work of art. The animation is painterly, fluid, and filled with life. The storytelling is equally powerful, exploring love, betrayal, and the cost of ambition. It's not just a show for fans of the game. It stands on its own as one of the finest pieces of animation ever made. It got an IMDb rating of 9. From dystopian nightmares to cosmic mysteries and gothic fables, these 10 titles show how sci-fi and dark fantasy stretch imagination to its limits. They challenge reality, explore morality, and invite you into worlds that feel both alien and familiar. Happy binge watching.